So anyway, LS had quite a big expense account. Like I said, Jimmy Carter or someone basically they weren't. It wasn't really Jimmy Carter. I don't know what his name really was, but basically they had gone around to a lot of different houses and basically killed the owners of the house and then gone and accessed their bank accounts. So in a way, the White House was no different. They basically killed the people who were living at the White House or whatever, and then started using the White House as an expense account because LS had a very big expense account, very massive. So, and they almost made my name into a brand name where you actually see people in Hollywood or whatever sporting LS cufflinks, solid gold cufflinks made by LS, or may actually made for LS, not by. So, anyways, where you see in movies and stuff, they have LS cufflinks and LS watches, and LS almost becomes a brand name because they order stuff for me and then give it out to people. You know, it's basically bribes. So in a way, I became a brand name. because my initials are LS, so they were selling LS gold Rolexes, LS cufflinks, LS this, LS that. So in a way, they reinforced my existence by having LS cufflinks everywhere. It's like, why are my initials on people's clothes? Made by LS, made for LS. Anyway, so they were ordering nice suits, cars, just you name it, everything for LS. And it's like, well, LS is actually my initials, and that's my private money, basically. And those people ran up quite a tab in my name. Quite a tab. So, and would also possibly even get you spaceships and starships and even some guns or whatever. LS. Anyway, so some people were using my initials as basically an expense account, which would indebt them to quite a few different people. Some people were the kind of people you don't get indebted to. Anyway, or at least killing them wasn't so easy because, well, anyway. Yeah. So LS, they were using LS as basically like a brand name. So anyway, so you'll see films with my cufflinks in them. You'll see gold Rolex watches with LS on them and stuff like that. And that's Lucifer Star, the name of the creator. So anyway, and this was very much known by a lot of different people. So, like the 1.5s, a lot of different people knew that my name was Lucifer Star, as corny as it may sound. And I owned cities and towns and all kinds of stuff, and could have anything I wanted made, basically. And they made lots of stuff for me, but unfortunately it didn't ever get to me. So, and they eventually found this out. So, anyway, lots of people who were living in my White House, running up a nice big expense account in the name of LS, Lucifer Star, not knowing that that's the name of the creator and me. So anyway, I'm not exactly sure about exactly how deeply indebted they got to the wrong kind of people, or the kind of people that you don't just send a hitman after. But they actually did kill quite a few people. Anyway, because they owed money, but they weren't LS. So they didn't really have any right to my expense account. So anyway, and that was my personal expense account. So anyway, which I had quite a bit of money in. So anyway, yeah, and that's how they were accessing the treasury money and all that other stuff, was using it by charging it to LS, Lucifer Star. I also had LC manufacturing as well. So anyway, lots of stuff. Anyway, it was basically the stuff I built myself and stuff like that and other things, and basically my money, or my resources, actually, that they were just spilling willy-nilly all over the place, doing whatever. Anyway, a lot of girls would eventually find out, like I said, during sex or whatever, and like the girls would always want to know, well, whose initials are those? LS, Lucifer Star, the creator, actually. So, anyway, and then later on they would try and hunt me down throughout space and time, but I guess they assumed that I was not on the Earth anymore because they hadn't seen my name on the Earth's registry or Earth whatever in any of the information or references. So anyway, they went to space, I guess, looking for me out there. So, and when they went out there, well, they would find a lot more expense accounts and also a lot more problems, as they say. Because anyway, so, and eventually, like I say, they made quite a mess. Quite a mess. So, anyway, and it tracked all the way back. Apparently, they'd been doing this a lot, where they would move into a house, kill the owners, and then, or hold the owners hostage or whatever, and then get the expense accounts, and then go out and buy cars or whatever on their money. So, anyway, and I guess maybe they didn't know who I really was. So anyway, like I say, they made a very big mistake. And then later on, they'd be trying to get nanotechnology to try and kill me or try and whatever me. And anyway, yeah. But they would try and do that through time or before I was Brian or something and all kinds of crazy stuff. And it just gets all crazy. So anyway, because and the whole time I was Brian, 471 Mountain Drive. La, 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 in my America. So anyway, yeah. So I guess, like I say, I'm guessing on a lot of this stuff because like I can just go by basic facts of the past and everything about what happened, why it happened, how it happened, and basically what it had to do with me and how like my existence got tweaked a little bit. So anyway, it would be a normal like little thing where I'd just be on vacation, cruising out of here. It became basically planned hell or something like that. But I mean, eventually, truth always comes out, and even if they killed all the people on Earth, there's still 800 other galaxies, and one coming right at us. And it'll be here in about 680 billion years. But when it gets here, they're going to know me, or remember me. So, everyone knew me. So, anyway, it's kind of hard to not remember the person that actually created your stars. So, anyway, or your giant fusion reactors, which you've been living off of and have given you your existence pretty much this entire time, and set up your whole solar system. I set up solar systems, I built stars, all kinds of stuff, made worlds habitable so life forms could live on them. And many life forms would grow up and go, who built our star? Why is our planet safe to live on? It's like, well, anyway, so yeah, Lusifer Star, me. I was a creator of galaxies, universes, or galaxies and planets and big giant fusion reactors and habitable worlds. That's what I did for a living, for fun. Well, that's what I did for fun, basically. That's another thing. It's like, it's what he does for fun. He creates suns and stars and planets. It's like, yeah, that's what I did for fun. What else are you going to do with a bunch of space and all the time in the world? So yeah, and genetic research and cloning and clones and also trees and plants and just everything. So many of people would come to know me as their creator or the person who made their planet habitable and basically started the creation of their planets long, long ago. So anyway, yeah. So me, LS. So anyway, someone was wearing my watches and wearing my cufflinks and driving my cars and all kinds of stuff. Living in my house and handcuffing women to the stove so they would cook for them. And raping women inside my little extended room. It's an extended house. So anyway, yeah. So it gets all crazy and basically that's what's going on. And a lot of women go like, what the? To a bunch of men when they'd find out about the truth. Truth of basically of who I was and what I was and whose house they were sleeping in. And whose clothes they were wearing, and whose cars they were driving. So, Lusifer Star, epic creator. And in existence for 100 trillion years, sorry. So, anyway, and eventually they were trying to get time travel and make scientists work really hard so they could go back in time and kill me. And then they wouldn't have me as a problem. And then they would have always lived in the house that was theirs. But then again, some other group would go and try and kill them and blah, blah, blah. And they get into all kinds of time paradox things. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, they actually had that problem where then they were in the house and they were supposed to be there, but then but then their own friends were coming to kill them. Because they'd come up with a plan without them. So anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's basically how basically they did succeed at some things, but then they encountered the whole time paradox, where they were the people that were going to go kill LS in the first place. So then he just got killed by their own friends, which then, yeah. Anyway, I can't really tell you exactly how crazy it got, but basically, yeah, that's pretty much an overview of what was going on, So anyway, I don't know. Existence is a bitch sometimes,